Hello, Nath. Just some possible map edits. So this one is Ruby processing. So obviously that used to look like that. That's the Ruby processing, you know. And then I've you cock. The two of them. Yeah. Hang on a minute. Sorry, 1 second. Just checking my phone. Fuck off. So yeah, that's one of the areas I'm looking at. I've looked at a random roundabout that was annoying me. So that did look like that. And then I've done that. Let me just change that again. There we go. So just added that in. Playing around with a church because I've obviously got the new churches in the building now. So that's one of those churches you can go inside. I've been re-looking at LSD Pro as well because I find LSD Pro a bit cluttered and weird. So I've added in a new wall, gate, removed all the buildings that are around here, added in some grass, and made these in here. Okay, a bit more combat, just as an idea. Yeah, I'm still working on a farm at the moment. Oh shit. In fact, there was something I was going to do to the farm, but I can't remember what it was. Lamps. Ah, yes. I was going to suggest adding more round corner LSD. Oh, more cover around LSD. Ah. Yeah. What I need to quickly find out is device. I well think I should add these in as the processors. I love these. See, instead of a sign, maybe something like that would be wicked. Because they're just as an idea. The problem is putting it inside the garage, you reduce a lot of the space. So, I mean, it can go in a garage, it can go anywhere. Maybe in the barn? Barn would probably be a better option. The barn's all. It gives a bit more of a objective to it. You know, allows people to hide around, adds a bit of danger. Yeah, it would look weird in the open. You can easily set that off, enable damage. And you just need to add in the code for the sign. And they would have to come in, open the doors up, run in, do the processing. Obviously adds that slight bit of danger to it. is there a fence post missing there? I know why there's a fence post missing there, because I've chopped the fence post off. Fucking idiot. There we go. Fence post is back. Not happy with that. Slopes a bit. Don't know what these are going to look like, or if they even show up. They do. Add some hay. I've already added hay. All this is hay. It's hay. There you go. Hay. Actually fit in there. I wonder. Probably not. No, of course it wouldn't. That would just be easy. How far off are we? Yikes. I don't know how big the walls are of this thing. Yeah, there you go. It's a bit more of a farm look. Wondering whether to add some more trees in or not. So I've left the. I'll put in a sort of reed barrier. There are a few, I think it's 3 rocks around it, just out of view, just in view. So people can't just slam past them. Now, have you seen the Bushman in the island yet? I don't know if the Bushman's in there. Okay, Bushman, whatever it is. He is in here, is he? Okay. I bet he's being used as a relic, actually, of some sort. So let's get rid of him. Maybe make it a bit more religious. Lavana. Religious. Right, okay, so I can't remember what one of these is bigger. That one. What's that one? That one is. Right, okay. So let's just get rid of you. He's a relic, yeah, I thought so. Yeah, I won't use him then. So it's not even. Nah, bollocks that, don't really need a bloody thing on top of there, do we? Looks fine. Right. Not big enough now. Yes, I know, but the whole idea of the tires is to soften the approach as you go around. I mean, normally there's nothing there. I could put barriers in, but barriers are very difficult to move around such a wibbly wobbly circle. None of it's quite really circular at all. So it was easier just to put the barriers in. Well, they can easily be changed and swapped out. I don't think it looks too bad as you get up to it. Oh yeah, I had to do it. This fucking tree does my nutting. one bastard tree in the middle of as you're going up to rubies. I hit it every time. It's a bush straight into that tree. Screw it. Goodbye, tree. So the funny thing is, I've whacked all these sort of edits in. It's 127 kilobytes, so it's not much. Oh, I've been trying to fix these as well because of the problem that you've got with XCAM, and it's a documented problem, is that you can put in put objects into XCAM and they don't line up properly. So when you actually export them into to the terrain builder, it doesn't hit properly. So these would hit exactly where they're meant to. As you can see, the doors are all lined up, all correctly placed. If I actually got rid of them, that's what they currently look like. So you've got one that's kind of eating the ground. You got, I don't know what that one's doing. That one's flying somewhere. So just by adding in those, its precise placement. And I couldn't even get these ones to line up. I didn't get these ones. I mean, there's no way I could make that line up to make it look like it should naturally be sat in there. That one either. I mean, I might be able to make that one naturally sit in, possibly. Let's have a look. Let's grab one of you. Thank you for the follow. So if we get rid of you. Okay. Let's see where we can fit. It's a difficult one. No matter where it goes, it's just slightly. Oh. Possibly. That's. Come on. Yeah, fucker. I know you can go further down than that. Okay, come on. Get rid of that shit. Oh, sorry, what? What's my Discord? I haven't got a Discord. I don't think I've got a Discord. Have I got a Discord, Nath? I can't remember if I've got a Discord. Have I got a Discord? Fucking hell, that's a question and a half, isn't it? Oh, I know. Let Nath find out if I've got a Discord. Probably do somewhere. See, it annoys me when things don't quite line up. Oh, right. Oh, okay, right. There you go. Yeah, you see, hold the blue line. It normally would do it, but it's hit its sort of. It's hit where it needs to be. As you can see, you know, it's just not due to the terrain. You know, it's trying to dig itself too far deep, so it's hitting the maximum sort of edge. Now I can probably get it down a little bit further, but then again, when you start getting it down a little bit further, as you can see right in the corner here, it starts clipping past it, and that's not kind of what I'd like it to be. You know, I like to see them. I don't know if it's just me being a bit of a dick or not, but I want to see them like that. You know, I want to see it look like, you know, to the average player, they'll come past and they'll go down here, and they wouldn't give a crap. You know, but I would like to see it look how you'd expect it to look, and I just don't think that's gonna happen. Not there. Does anyone know what the big excavator's called? Is it Malden? Is it Malden the big excavator came in? I don't think it's in structures, is it? Is it excavator? I can't. No, I didn't think so. You know, the big, massive. I know precisely. It's very lonely, isn't it? It looks very upset. But this is the point. I want to get the big excavator. You know, the big, massive yellow thing that looks like it belongs in a mining thing. But I can't remember. I can't remember what it's called. There's a lot of things to go through to find it. Equipment, maybe. No, would be equipment. Would be in ruins. I mean, I thought maybe structures, but it's not a structure. But you kind of get where I'm looking at with that. It could be a structural. It's not Tanoa. Is it Tanoa? Let me just quickly Google this. 1 second. I am sure. Armor free excavator. I'm sure it's It's Tanoa. It was Tanoa. I'm sure it's Tanoa. Tanoa. Come on. Computer's having a jamming fit at the moment. Apex. Yeah, so let me just come on, computer, you can do it. Not used to having to work hard. Right. Oh shit. Right. Okay. Excavator. There we go. I'm sure it's in the Apex. I think gonna be rocks, backpacks, hats. Let's get rid of equipment. Let's get rid of the environment. It's not in fences. Not in furniture. It's not going to be in ruins or signs. Is it going to be in structures? It's crane. I know it's around here somewhere. I know it's around here because I've used it myself. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? It's not going to be an ammo box. Get out. There's the fucking bush I've been looking. Excuse me a minute. Not that I'm going to use that bush there, but I've been looking for that bush. I don't get it. Where are you? Rex? Oh, it could be in the Rex. So we can make it look a bit more. This is the mining area. Let's give it a bit of a mining feel. Oh, not quite the direction I wanted it to go in. Alright, let's get rid of that. Bring it back. Oh, it's a bit better actually. Fucking dwarfs that building, doesn't it? Is the building needed? Let's just get rid of that a second. Right. That, no, fuck off. It's not the one I'm looking for, though. I gotta admit, it's not the one I'm looking for. But Rex. Rex. Industrial. It's not even in there. Structures Livonia. Industrial. Dun. I don't know. Can't go in this, can you? It's dead. Yeah. So maybe tend to build it. That's probably not going to work. Build it up a little bit. I don't think that's going to work at all, but that's probably now poking out the back. Yep. Oh, the joys. It's literally just too fat for it. Imagine that is going in quite somewhat. Not really notice it, will you? Classic brown rocks, big stone. Don't know, I'm not sure if that's really much of an improvement, really. That's pretty crap. Although, mine. Should I put... hello? That's not the right railway. That one, possibly. This is the wrong fucking track again. Surely that's not the wrong track. I mean, where the fuck's that just gone? That is definitely not the right track. Track. Mine rail tracks. Fucking idiot. Alright. There we go. That would make sense, wouldn't it? Mine track. Let's just put mine. Alright, okay. Put it next to the trackles. No. No. There is a asset for everything. So it has to be there somewhere, and this is it. Mine route tracks. Right, okay, so this is the... Okay. I suppose if you ever wanted to stop shit in the past, hit it with a board. Okay, let's go. Don't really need these two on. Makes it a simple object. Wipe that off. Get this up onto here. Don't fucking snap. Okay. And then we can take off them on that one. Let's copy that. And we're going to whack that also into these ones. But then we will move the cart so it doesn't just look like a simple copy and paste. Like that. Okay. Let's put one into here as well. That could probably stay about where it was. There's no point moving it. Look at that, there you go. And I'm sure I saw the digger. Let's get rid of all that stuff on these. You, I want to nick you. Right, okay, so I've got a copy of you two. Dirt doesn't fit the ground. Of course, the dirt doesn't fit the ground. It's a rail track, you idiot. What rail tracks do you go to where the dirt fits the ground? Oh, God. Bless you, Nate. Right, okay, so there you go. I don't know, something like that. Not a great change, a simple change. Okay, so I wanted to do. He's looking a little bit. Yeah. I have damage on him. we're allowed damage on the day. Right, there we go. That's going well in a house, isn't it? Whoosh, there she is. So, to even bother with it. No, the problem is I'm trying to keep the asset level down. I could use multiple ones, but it doesn't look like it's too bad without one there at all. You don't have to have everything. You don't get it in life, do you? You don't get like every one of them. That might not go through. It doesn't. Lovely. So it's a bit of a bush end. You don't want to talk now if you don't want to talk. It's not an issue. Problem is, you don't stop talking. Haystacks are fucking haystack. I don't need to build shitloads of haystacks. I mean, it's a farm, not a playground. Ba, ba, ba. Um, because I'm not a massive fan of massively white buildings. They tend to take away from the scenery. So adding in a few of these might just at least break it up a little bit. Is there like a vine? What, vines? As in, well, there's probably somewhere there's vine assets, yeah, but I mean, it's a bit weird to have vines. Vines are more sort of jungle-based terrain. Yeah, we can add them. I know what you're on about, putting them up the building, but talking about a lot more detail there. Right, so that would be the obvious cause. One layer will be slightly down towards the other. To be honest, doesn't matter if I use one of these. No. You fucker. There we go. Let's just get rid of that. I'm getting added at something and I don't even know what it is. That is just the... One second. Where the fuck did that come then? Your adapt, I don't know if you're still in here or not. I don't know why you tagged me in. I totally lost it. I'm not great with Discord. Kind of below my generation. I wonder if you can have these open. I obviously know you can do that, but whether... No, animation's not on. Fucking lovely. Okay. Alright, so I break up the colour. I don't know, I've got something like a small bush here which break up a little bit, but I'm not sure if I want to really. By the way, yeah, you can't use this. It's only a model. It cannot be actually used as to say. Yes, you're correct. It does look like Anzus. It is Anzus. I'm just playing around with some map ideas. That's all. I'm not a big. Why am I not using XCam? See, I've had a go with XCam, right? Now I can easily export because there's new programs out there now, and you can export from Eden now with a better placement than what you can through XCam. And the problem, and XCam have even noticed this and have agreed to work with this other program. Now, the problem with XCam is a couple things, right? And it's just been sort of blatant look around here, and some people have already seen this. So XCam will misplace objects. You can put an object down, and you can have it perfectly lined up, and then XCAM will chuck it in the ground, chuck it up off the ground. It decides. It hasn't got precise measurement on XCAM. Unfortunately, that's just one of the problems they haven't added into it. The other problem with XCAM is it can make you slightly lazy with some things. So I've got, I, I think, well, what's copy and paste does my absolute treeing. A copy and paste is a obvious thing. I mean, you can see the precise measurement between buildings. Copy paste, copy paste, copy paste, and then see the way it flows from. Now, XCAM is absolutely amazing on things like roads. It is amazing on pathways. It is amazing when it comes down to trees. It is amazing to help with terrain building. Then you've got terrain editor, which is, you know, fantastic for building things. But then you can see stuff that has been used with XCAM, and then has you can see the actual time that's been put into it. I mean, I love this. This is absolutely brilliant. I absolutely love this bit of area here, and it's a shame it's not utilized more. I mean, I would really do something to make this more of the server, because it's beautiful. I mean, it's pointless at the moment because there's nothing on it. Nothing happens here, but it is really well done. The reed placement is brilliant. Even when you go under the ground and you go under the water, you can tell, you know, it's been thought about the way they've put the rocks. And there's even places under here with reeds and stuff like that. Somewhere I saw it earlier. It's just like it is quite nicely done, and that's what really makes a map a nice place to, you know, sit at and look. I think that's quite nice. And then you get, you know, and it's no fault to any developer. It's no fault to any developer. You know, people complain about the size of the map. It's not a huge map, that is correct. But could you just imagine how much effort it takes to populate this map? It's unreal, and people don't get it. They don't get that every single one of these roads has to be placed. Every bump, every hill, every movement has to be precisely done. Um, you know, Mount, one of my favourite places in the whole of Camden is this mount where they've just gone whoop and pulled it all the way up to the top. I love it. I think it's absolutely brilliant. That's literally fuck it. We're gonna just pull up and make a mountain, and I'm all for it. It's well done. Uh, you know, I think the only thing I'm missing on there is thank you, Josh. Uh, is some rockage, you know, to kind of populate it a little bit because it is kind of a bit barren. But other than that, it's great, you know, when you see these areas here that they've really worked on, and you can see some thoughts go into it, the way they've made it go through, and then how it digs down, and you've got this lava pit below it and stuff. I think it is brilliant. You know, there's obviously some bits and pieces that need a bit of work done to it, but it's not far off. You know, it is really not far off, and but people don't realise how much effort it takes to get this stuff done. Now, when you're sort of developing a map and you're building it up, it you have multitude of different developers, and I'll you know, and I'm probably going to get in absolute trouble for this, but one of the things I noticed the other day, right? So you've got this area here, and I think that's great. Really good placement of things. I'm never a fan of these. I gotta admit, the little rocks they do my nutting. They seem to be very abundant around here, but it's a lovely little area. And then you go up the road, um, and you've got this. I can't even explain this. Um, some of my friends tried driving a car over it the other day and it blew up. I mean, it's a bit of a weird one, and sort of the different area here once again could be a fantastic area if we sort of did something with it. But you know, I like the way. Oh, okay. Ah, All right. So you've got the cave system. That'll be where that is. All right. I'll just go. Ah, that's the Fed Reserve, is it? Ah, see, but this is a different. I haven't got the mission SQM, so I can't see where these items are placed. You know, if I had that, I'll kind of work out a bit where the items are. So that would make that makes sense then. You know, that's why that's like that. So that's the Federal Reserve. Okay, happy days. Yeah, cool. um, but they've got they've got so much to do. I like this. Look at that. Tower in the water. Very pog. Um, but they have got literally so much to do, and to populate a map like this, and I don't really know because I haven't really had a massive chat with the people, you know, the people in charge. It's they're obviously always busy, and it's difficult to get time to chat to these guys, and I don't know whether this is a map they've completely built up themselves, and you know they've populated themselves, and it's just so much effort to do things, but at the same time, you know, there's areas that can be now looked back on and gone, right, okay, can they tidy up a few bits and pieces? I mean, this stuff here is littered everywhere, and strange enough, it's littered in all places where FPS would be needed more than anything. So, let's go to Rebel. Now, you know, FPS is going to be affected either way that it happens. And the big thing here is there's all this littered around. I'm not sure why there's all the litter around. I don't think it really adds much to it. I mean, it's Rebel. You hate the current Rebel. Not gonna lie. I think the only right, okay, you know, honest opinions from me. And once I say, you know, like I said, this is just opinions. When it's come down to Rebel, alright, Rebel is frames as it's a safe zone. No, you don't. Alright, okay, you don't need frames. It is a safe zone, right? But this is the point. It's a safe zone. So why all this? Because it doesn't just hit the localized player. It can hit server wide. So the question would be why all this? I mean, let's face it. Rebel, in all honesty, is that there? You know, it's this square. That is what people come to. That is what they deal with. That literally is the only bit of population that happens in Rebel. They come here, they take their helicopters out, get their vehicles, get their guns, have a quick chat, jump across all this stuff. Yeah, it'd be quite cool to have like a little jumping thing where they're jumping around because that seems to be one favourite pastime at Rebel at the moment. So you've got all this going on here, but then, bush, you have got all this here, and all this here, and all this here, and all this, which will never be used for anything. They literally won't be used for anything because it is a safe zone. So at a point that the area would be POG as a cap zone, but that reduces FPS for no reason. See, I don't. Right, cap zones can be worked in different ways. I mean, why can't there be a cap zone that you can take? For instance, at the moment, right, I know the gang that I play with always complained about the cap zones. I don't really see much problem with them. I mean, you make a little bit of cash of it. It's all very good and well. But wouldn't it also be cool if you could cap a cap zone? And where are the cap zones? Let's just go to Junkyard. It's an easy one to go to. Right. So, wouldn't it be cool if you can go to a cap zone and it was designed in such a way that you could buy a reduced amount of weapons that may be slightly more expensive, or you know, they've got a vehicle shop there. You know, just something that entices the zone to be taken and used. a little bit more than what it is. I mean, at the moment, obviously, you take it and it feeds you a couple grand. That should be cartel. What you mean, as in that should be? Oh, right, okay. Oh, you mean as in like that should be this up here? I think this works perfect. I like this. I think this is just right. I think they've done right here because of it separates them, right? Because of, yeah, okay, you can get a cartel, but why would you want to then put a shop in this and ruin it? You don't want to put a shop in it and ruin it as well, right? So I do like the fact that you can get into it, and the the whole idea of this that Doug and his team has put together is that they come in and you can sell drugs obviously to it, or the whole point of capturing that zone is then your gang will then produce money from the player base selling the illegal counterfeit goods and stuff like that. Great. That's, you put it in a cargo HQ. Mm. Yeah, and even when they have you bring the truck here and all that sort of stuff, all those bits and pieces are fantastic. This area is an absolute thing of meaning. I mean, I'd probably say there's certain bits of it I would probably change. Like where certain boxes, crates are and stuff like that. Let's face it, when most gangs come in here and take over, they obviously take over and they end up in this sort of section over here. Then the new attacking gang will probably end up in this section over here, or coming up on the rocks. The problem that you've got with that is, unless you're very outnumbered, it just there's too much gap there. It just becomes a bit of a far fighting ground. Now, with a few more buildings maybe placed in, sort of, proper CQC buildings, and the way that the rock formations work out, you could probably make that quite a good close call to combat area. Um, Thoughts? That's just an idea. You always push the rocks. Yeah, I mean, to be quite honest, I do. I when I come in, I normally end up over here and jumping on top of here because of 99% of the time they're here, and they're expecting people to come through here. So some of the gang come this way, and I generally think, fuck that, I'm going to get shot, so I'm going to come up here. And considering I get fragged a lot anyway, kind of makes sense. So I do really, really, really like this area. I mean, the biggest difficulty you've got with creating a terrain map is it looking natural to itself. There will always be a difficulty. You always go on places like Altis and Stratus, and even Lavania or whatever it's called these days, and they all look very natural. But they've had years of experience and massive teams working behind it, so it is always difficult to try and make it feel a little bit better. But that's what I use of the placement of bushes and small bits. But I think what they've done to use it is these things once again. I so any combat zone, any FPS zone, suddenly it's calling in lots and lots and lots and lots of these, and they're everywhere. And I don't know what they do. I don't know what benefit they give to the look of the area, or anything. It just kind of piles of rubbish. They probably say even altars on them. I don't know. It's just my personal preference. Like I say, it's personal preference stuff. They're not really my sort of cup of tea. I prefer it without them. Environment. So, for instance, get rid of that bloody thing as well. I just think it's a nicer area without having to have the rubbish in it. But hey, that's just, like I say, it's just opinions. bored of the current card. So yeah, it does need a bit of a. This is the problem though. When you, Anzus is a fast-paced server. You know, it's fast-paced. It's combat roleplay basically. It's very, very fast-paced, and the player base will constantly get bored of this or bored of that, or want a quick change of this or want a quick change of that. And it takes a lot to do with things like XCAM and stuff like that, where literally changes like this can be made without you even noticing because it's a quick mission file update. Currently, I mean, if I save this now, let me have a quick look. Where are we? MP missions. Right, so all the little changes that I've done so far, if it was dumped into the SQM even on the mission, 151 kilobytes. Wouldn't even notice it. I wouldn't even notice it. It would just, boom, change. I know, but this is the obviously the thing. Like I said, that I was looking at LSD, trying to get something a bit more different with LSD. Just continue the wall on a bit, add some reeds in. So yeah, sort of added a few towers to the outside. You know, just coming through LSD. All this sort of has disappeared and cleared ground, and you know, I still haven't quite finished. There's that bloody stuff again. The ground just looks so much nicer without it. Now, Lavania added in quite a lot of building bits to them, and these are great for combat. Absolutely amazing buildings for combat. All with rooms, all great interiors. You know, fantastic. You can imagine fighting through this. And this building here, I absolutely adore this building. I've added sort of little bits onto it. Added some reeds. As we all know how people like to hide in reeds to initiate. It makes so much things easier. I love this building. With I think it's one of the best buildings that they've probably added into Arma, to be quite frank. You know, whack the radar on top of it, go on the roof, go underneath. But once again, it's all completely decked out inside. No, I mean the angle can be changed. It's got 2 floors, which is really nice as well. Gives you plenty of walkways and stuff to fight across. I mean, things are very easy at the moment. But once again, you know, sort of one of the ideas I want to eventually bring up to Doug is, you know, at the moment they've got it is a very nice building, yeah. You know, at the moment they've got the signs that do a lot of the bits and pieces, and obviously LSD. I quite like what they've got with the LSD. They've got that little sort of table and stuff, which could be added into anywhere in these rooms. You know, make it slightly more harder for the player. They should be able to pull up outside and have to run inside the building, go through a door or two to a room or to a particular space that would have that sort of processing in. You know, you don't want to make it too easy. You want to make it a little bit pog for them. But then this is where sort of I wanted to sort of work a little bit on this area, because of it was just like you've got a couple of mix mashes of the different size bits and pieces. I don't know what that's about. And the most confusing part for me, I don't know if this is something that was built and planned in, is you got the shop garage building over here. Unsure what that's about. Next to a marketplace. You know, I don't know if this was planned to be used in sort of a certain way, and this. You know, these will be fine if there was actually an area around here to fight. Generally, you know, if you actually look at the population of the server when they come in through the doors, they initiate here where normally the big building over here is. So they initiate here, they have a fight, they nick all the stuff, and they run off again. That's it. Most fights there it gets put. I'm just bored of current cartel. Most fights there are boring. Show us what change of hands. I'm not a fan of the angle it's at. It's just building. A new major would be good. Things take time. Nath, see, I disagree with you slightly there, Nath. I mean, majors are great, but the problem is, if you keep on adding majors and majors and majors and majors, then the only economy that is going to be on the server is majors. And then majors, you get bored of majors, and you end up losing interest. You know, people have said it to me. Well, well, the only way you can do is doing majors. It's not the only way you can make money on the server. There is plenty of ways you can make money on the server, but the only way that you feel that your combat is fulfilled is a major. Now, not being funny, I've done loads of majors on the server with, Rinsoblia and stuff. We never make any fucking money, even when we win, because of the half the time we were just there to have the fight. What's the point of asking for majors when it's not there? It would be nice to see a ship one, mind you. I gotta admit, majors are shit money. Yeah, so why are we asking for more majors? Good fights, precisely. That's exactly what I just said to you. You're there for the fighting. There is a ship one. See, is that the pirate ship? Or are we talking what as a major? Because I haven't seen it yet. I've got to admit. And that's not me being weird or anything. I just literally haven't seen it yet. Military ship robbery. Would that be? That's the one that's normally down here somewhere, isn't it? Would that be involving the big ship that you can? Yeah. Is that the one that they God didn't use it on the Aussie map? Where you had to get bits and pieces from here and then bits and pieces from there, and then make up this, and then get something else. What have you done in South Camden? Where the fuck is South Camden? Oh, right, okay, no, it looks like a lot, but it's not. I just saw a roundabout and it pissed me off. So I added a rock and some bushes and some tyres around it. I mean, nothing special. No, it's I mean, if it, so boom, that's what it looked like. I was just scrolling through the map and I went, the fuck is that? I mean, what? Why is there a big red and white penis hanging out with two seats facing the thing? I was just like, no, I don't like that. Here we go. I've just buggered it up. There we go. All right. Let's move that around. There we go. Save that. So I was just like, yeah, I'll just fuck around with a roundabout. Absolutely no point to it whatsoever. It was just a case of I wanted to fill something in the hole. And yeah, I've played around with a church over here because there's this really big church that they had over here, and I just wanted to see what one of the new churches looked like. 'Cause this is one of the new churches from the new map, and the reason I like it is because of obviously it's got the interior. Can you imagine the dank roleplay situations? We can marry off people in here. That would be weird. And it's got this nice little back door. You know, the way the world's going, that could become a drug dealer. So yeah, you know, all great and amazing there. But yeah, you know, I like all the main cities. You know, you can tell where they've really put their effort and work into, you know, to building up things. You know, I do like the main cities. They are good. Yeah, even though a little roundabout over here, they did something with the roundabout. When they do things with the roundabouts, they look nice. I like them. It just takes so much time to do them. Nice little church. Camden Bank. Well, of course, Camden Bank's got shitty FPS. I mean, you look where you are. You're stuck in the middle of Camden. You know, it's you know whatever you're gonna do. You've got to remember that your server and your client files are all putting all this information in, you know, straight into the bank. It's gonna have shitty FPS. It's not well, but then again, you say it has shitty FPS. I haven't had shitty FPS doing it. I actually, I actually really like Camden Bank. I think it's very well put together. It's good placement for it. It looks good when the cops go outside and they put all their bits and pieces on it. Oh, look, trash. What is this meant to be? Bar and grill. Yeah, I like Camden Bank. Kevin gets like 15 FPS. I don't mean that matters. Yeah, obviously, the problem with Camden Bank is that it's just right around the corner from where everybody else goes to get their dealership. But, oh well. Anyway, where was I? You know, another one I've got to really say Aaron gets for when he shoots. Aaron's probably fucking running a machine from 1956, so you can't really. Yeah, precisely, Josh. You know, he probably does need an SSD. Knowing Aaron, he probably does have an SSD, but oh, I see. Is that what they used to do? Ah. Oh, that's Pog. Look at that. Oh, I love it. See, there's really quality things like this. You know, people will look at that and they'll be, oh, what's the problem with that? It takes so long to do things like this. And just to get the assets to work together. I mean, it's like, I could quite happily sit and go, what the fuck? But it's so painful getting this shit to work together. Such a pain in the ass to make it all fit and work properly. Oh, I love this. Yeah, I'm going to go explore this on the server, actually. See, once again, DOC, fantastic. Love DOC. I think it's an absolutely excellent island, what they've done with that. I like how it works. I like how it's designed. I like the simplicities of it. It's great. DOC is absolutely brilliant place. I like the fact it hasn't got military towers hanging around it, which most people place all over the place. It's so much nicer just to have it look like an actual compound. You know, I love coming over the bridge and shooting myself as far as I can. Uh, See, what's your problem then, Nate? If you get 30 or 40 FPS in the bank, that's not so bad. I trust FPS when shooting if it's not on my SSD. It is a shame this is quite underutilized. I don't mean like as in it's not done. I mean, as in, nobody really wants to be a part of the mafia. Not from what I see, anyway. Yeah, I know it's mafia based now, but yeah, it's a bit of a shame that nobody actually, you know, it would be good to get some sort of context, like maybe a battle between the cartel and the mafia. But for that, I suppose, to happen, they kind of would have to have some sort of well, what would you say? I mean, I do wonder if there is a way you can make it so you can capture the cartel and the mafia base, right? So if you choose mafia, you capture the mafia base. If you choose cartel, you capture the cartel base. But then whenever you go to the drug dealers, you can also take control of the drug dealers. Now, when you take control of the drug dealers, that's when your selected base gang gets the cash in. So that then gives the mafia the side to go and make money out of them as well. Because I know mafia make money a different way, don't they? I'm sure mafia make money through the big. Oh, no fighting in chat. It'd be good to get like an idea what some of these areas are intended for. I don't know what this is intended to be. And this is what I mean by XCAM. It's exactly the same positions. Boom. I'm not really sure what the area is going to be. The solar farm. Yeah, I tend to agree with you, to be honest. You ever drive past it and then your frame rates just go to absolute nothing? Hmm. You'd have to go there to recharge the Teslas. Oh, what a brilliant idea. That is a quality idea. You have to go there to recharge the Teslas. I like that so much. I mean, the funny thing is that I think the farm could just like get away with just being like literally this size. You make money from money laundering, gold bar sales. It's very sad. See, that's it though. What if? I mean, everyone's talking. Like I was on yesterday, and everyone's having a moan about you know this whole gang thing can't fight new gangs and has to be official gangs and stuff like that. So make make them capture points possibly. So what if you made the drug? Uh, yeah. So you had to be in a sort of in a gang, and you have to control either the cartel base or the mafia base. And you have to either be a member of the mafia or the cartel. So obviously you then go and capture your respective base, and then from that you then go and capture gold bar trader. You go capture, in a very small area, so small confined areas, your drug dealers. Now, so when somebody actually sells at the drug dealer, it will send that money to whoever owns the drug dealer. That's an idea. I think so there is 4 cap areas, and depending on when you own it, taxes based on that area. You just said that, but it's probably so yeah, something close to the idea. Yeah, mine would be more location specific, as to say. Oh, wrong button. Bum 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 bum. What is this? DOD. Quite cute, aren't they? Little radar stations. Anyway. Oh. Why does that always happen? This framework looks quite nice. This is a trader, isn't it? I can't remember what it's a trader for. It's uranium, I guess. Uranium trader, am I correct? Sure, that's uranium. Yeah. Just a bit of a weird layout. Hmm. Buildings. I don't know what half these look like, to be honest. See, some of them just totally just don't work, do they? I mean, that is fucking bright. Hello. Ugh. That's not too bad, though. So. Oh, fucking hell. It's getting a bit of a weird one, you know. I wouldn't be sending uranium to a farm. Is it a farm? I don't know what it is. Really fucking good one there, is it? Things. Nope. One beauty about this map is that it's very flat. You suddenly need a third one to do it, and it all becomes wonky. Ay, ay, ay. Like it can all be moved at one time. Okay. Ah, never better. See, this is what you're doing. I'm playing with a uranium idea, a uranium trader. Slightly more laboratory based. No, no, well, it is. You know, it is sort of on the map. I'm just trying to put together some ideas to show them. If they use them, great. If they don't, they don't. I enjoy doing it. Eek. Yes, it did. Yes. Oh, you know what I'm doing? I am fucking doing this bastard tit up. Yoink. See? Fucking ridiculous. This is what XCAM's good at. So you can make it just go boom, boom, boom right next to each other. But I also like a bit of the human error aspect. No, you fucker. Do 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 do. Yeah, do 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 do. You can't be good at everything, man. Where are you going? Come here. Connect you on. Still looking like we're in line. See, what's going to happen is we're going to get to the end and it's going to go, you know. Oh, bollocks. Undo. Undo. I swear it's just trying to piss me off. Right, cool. So let's take 1, 2, 3, copy them, and push. Yikes. Literally just goes off slightly at the end, doesn't it? I can fix that. And that is going to be a prick too. No? Just, I think, just got away with that. Because if I put another one down, well, it's going to be straight or anything. Yes. Lovely. Oh, what are they called? Silo, maybe? No, I don't think there's silos. No. Don't think it'll be hoppers. Or maybe they are. No. Oh, what was I looking at? Livonia. Not Livonia, Tanoa. And in storage, maybe? Utilities. Big water tower. Central function. Something to fight on. Gonna have to play with the angles of these after. Let's just place it down for the second. So need to play with the angles. Just get them down because I'm about to go in a minute. Right. Da-da-da-dum. Just gonna frick. I got to reverse it. Da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, fucker. Let's go to that. What we got here? Sidewalk curve, sidewalk narrow, sidewalk curve. There we go. I'm gonna lose the trains. That's a shame. I should take these down, but yeah. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, all a bit squiffy, but yeah, work on those later. Yikes. Definitely need to work on these curbs later. Unfortunately, I've got to go to work, and they are going to be fucking well off. Yeah, fuck it. I know they need fixing, so. Bum, 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 bum. Just gives me an idea when I get back to fix them. Badoo, badoo, badoo. I'm a nightclub manager. I get still a load of lovely drunken adults all fucking night long. My fucking favourite thing. Don't be a cock. Don't be a cock. There we go. So I need to move it out that much. What the fuck have I done there? Beauty. Beauty. Yeah, anyway. You get the fucking general idea anyway. It's like, build it up as a complex. It's nothing special. I mean, it's 3 buildings and a couple of pathways. But you get the idea. You can extend that into building sort of like a uranium sort of research lab, as to say. Save selling it at a farm. Yeah. I mean, so far, what is our current kilobytes at? Bum, 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 bum. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's look. Profiles. Doing the Bruce Wayne one. So we'll be looking at 178 kilobytes to add all that in at the moment. So that's not bad. It's not bad. Not bad at all. Okay. Right. Well, I've got to love you and leave you. I've got work to get to. That means I've got to go have a shower. And by the way, please, my God, jump down this. It is so much fucking fun. Whoever did this, you're fucking brilliant. That is the, I mean, I'm just upset there's no form of, oh yes. Alright, okay, should we do, we'll do one last thing. We will do one last thing. Don't know where it will be. Not sure where it will be at all, to be quite honest. You absolutely know this is needed. When I first joined Anzus, this is the one thing I wanted to do. It's the first thing I did. I'm like, well, not the first thing, but it was like on my first day here, I jumped into this. And all it needs is just a little ramp up. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We have got a roleplay pit. Nath, you're getting shot into that. Best thing, however. Anyway, I'm off, ladies and gents. It's time for me to say goodbye. Why you? Why not? Anyway, I'm going. That's it. Bye.